Hello, hello, hello. Good evening and welcome to Crown Your Confidence with me, Alpa Pandya. I hope you're good. Hope you're well. And today I'm going to talk to you about a magic word which we should all really understand what it is. We've all heard of it, but do we actually understand what it is? I mentioned it yesterday. If you watched yesterday's Crown Your Confidence, let me just move my mic a little bit here, then you would have understood what it was that I shared with you yesterday. So I want to start off today with a quote, and I love this quote. Your living is determined not so much by what life brings to you as by the attitude you bring to life. Not so much by what happens to you as by the way your mind looks at what happens. And that's a beautiful quote by Khalil Gibran. If you don't know who he is, Google him, look him up. And he's written some profound quotes about life, about love, about various different things. And today I want to talk to you about attitude, because your attitude towards life determines life's attitude towards you. And that can go and be said for everything. And also, why having a confident attitude is super important. So this word attitude is one of the most commonly used and yet most misunderstood words in the English language. And today I'm going to break it down for you so you can start to understand what attitude is and actually even look at what your attitude is and what is it that maybe you need to change in your attitude, because we all need to change it at some point. So this word attitude is one of the most commonly used and yet, as I say, misunderstood words in the English language. And, you know, parents tell their kids to change their attitude, or we describe somebody as that person's got a really nasty attitude or bad attitude. You know, if we look into the workplace, your bosses might say, you know, change your attitude and that will control, if you're in sales, it will control your sales, right? Marriage counselors tend to tell couples to change their attitude towards each other and their relationship will improve. So you would think that anything that packs so much power, you know, if it's our attitude that we need to change, then that would be a subject that is taught from very early on in school. Unfortunately, it isn't. And yet if I asked you, or I ask the next 10 people what attitude means, I will get 10 different answers. If you go and ask 5 different people, 10 different people, however many different people you want to ask, they'll all give you a different answer in terms of what attitude actually means. And today I am going to give you a good, clear answer on how attitudes are formed, because it is something that is formed, and then it will become very apparent to you that only a small percentage of the world's population are in control of their attitude. Yeah, so it's really important what I'm going to share with you today. So make sure that you stick around, and if you're watching the replays, as I say, always put #replay in the comments. So the truth is, our attitude is controlled by the media, by large. It's also controlled by conditions, it's controlled by circumstances, and it's also controlled by other people in our life. Yeah. So what is attitude? If it's such a powerful word, in fact, it's the magic word. We call it the magic word in our industry, in my industry, in my company. We call it the magic word because it really is the magic word. Attitude is actually a composite of 3 different things. Okay. It's a composite of your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. That's basically what attitude is. What you think is going to ultimately make you feel a certain way. Those thoughts are going to carry a feeling energetically. You're going to feel a certain way. And through those feelings, you're going to take action, right? So it's when both thoughts and feelings are combined through your actions. Attitude is not just about thoughts. It's not just about feelings on its own. And to properly understand this and to really get it, really understand it, you've got to have a good understanding of the relationship your body has with your mind and even how the conscious and subconscious mind work. Now, I briefly went through this last week. So if you haven't seen last week's Crown Your Confidence, when I introduced you to your friend that you've had from birth, which is your mind, it's really worth watching that video. Now, these videos are really short, 20 to 30 minutes, so you can all spare that time. If you really want to advance in your life and see some tangible results in any area of your life, then what I'm sharing with you is golden nuggets of information that you will not really hear or see anywhere else. You might hear it on the surface level, but when I go deeper, you will really start to understand this. Now, there's a creative power that's flowing to and through us. Okay, you can call it energy, you can call it anything you want, you can call it the universe, but it's basically your consciousness. And this energy has got no form. Okay, there's no form to it. There's no negative or positive to this energy that's flowing to and through us. But as you begin to exercise your higher mental faculties, again, I did a video on this last week, and you give form to this power, that is the first stage of your attitude that starts to show. Okay, that's when attitude begins. So you're either going to build a positive or a negative image of yourself and whatever it is that you're hearing through media, through other people, whatever somebody has told you, all that kind of stuff. So this image is then expressed in a conscious level, on a conscious level, through your vibration, through your words, through your gestures, and through writing. Okay, so you're forming your attitude through those things. So as I say, energy comes to and through us, and it's our conscious mind. So we've got the ability to accept ideas that come in from the outside world. We've got the ability to reject it through the conscious mind as well. And you can say, you know what, if you hear something, let's say you heard something on the TV, yeah, that's good. Or you can say, yeah, that's bad. We can turn that image, that bit of information over to our subconscious mind, and our subconscious mind will accept it as real. So firstly, it's consciously what you've thought, that will then flip over to your subconscious, and then your subconscious will actually start to take that on. Your subconscious mind is like a sponge. So if you are mentally and physically in a bad vibration, let's say somebody's really peed you off, they've said something, right? And it really got on your nerves. That is all you can attract to you. Why? Because your vibration is going to dictate what you attract. Okay. When you move into a positive vibration, you begin to attract like energy to you, right? And it just happens this way. This is one of the universal laws. This is where you literally control you. But what most people do is they're unable to control themselves, and they let the mind control them rather than them controlling their mind. Now, no one can cause you to think something you do not want to think. And that's really important for you to grasp what I'm saying here. No one can actually make you think something that you do not want to think, because you've got the freedom to think anything you want to think. But generally, we get sucked into other people's thoughts. Okay? Your attitude is going to determine where you go in life. And it is actually the foundation of either failure or success. Because as I keep saying, that you can have a really, really good attitude when everything's going right in your life, right? But when things aren't going the way that you want, when the chips are down, you've got to have a really good attitude then as well, okay? And not get yourself and spiral into a negative attitude. So successful people are successful people because their attitude is still the same when things are up or down. And that's not really an easy thing to do. It's quite challenging. But again, if you can accept that idea, it does become very, very easy. So your attitude, as I say, is a composite of three things. They're ingredients. Let's imagine a cake that you're baking, right? There's ingredients that you need from it. A cake will not just cook on its own with a bit of flour and egg. It needs spices, it needs decoration, it needs a lot of things in that mixture for it to be a cake. And your attitude is actually a composite of three things, which I mentioned earlier: your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. And your thoughts, feelings, and actions are an energy. Yeah. And you can send that energy out into the universe. And whatever you send out into the universe is what's going to come back to you. It's a boomerang effect, right? Everything has good in it. Everything has bad in it. Question really is, what do you look for? because that's what's going to dictate your attitude. If something is going wrong, are you then feeding yourself with all the wrong that's going on? Or are you going to say, this too shall pass, it's okay, bring it on? Yeah, this is where my growth is, so bring it on. I'm still going to remain in a good attitude. So attitude really is like the compass that guides us through life's ups and downs. And it's not just a word, right? It's a powerful force that shapes our experiences and it shapes our interactions. It really is a secret source of life, if you can say it in that way. Because if you imagine that, let's say you imagine you're going to start your day tomorrow morning, right? The sun's shining, birds are singing, possibilities are endless. Now, whether you tackle the day with enthusiasm or you drag your feet depends on your attitude. Yeah, attitude really is the lens through which we view the world, and it can either make your day or it can actually break your day, right? So your day could actually be a delightful adventure, or it could be a daunting challenge, but it's up to you how you're going to do that. And the power of positive attitude can be a real game changer, actually. It's like a magnet that attracts good things. When you approach life with optimism, you're more likely to, of course, see opportunities where others may be seeing obstacles. And you're also better equipped to handle setbacks. Speak a lot about setbacks in the first week and the second week of these Crown Your Confidence podcasts that I'm doing. Because you believe in your ability to overcome them, right? So you're better equipped for setbacks. And in the realm of personal growth, which is what I'm all about, a positive attitude is truly your sidekick. Now, it's not always easy. I've been on a growth journey for the last 9 years, and my attitude towards things hasn't always been the best. I can put my hand up for that, but it's a work in progress, right? My attitude around certain people hasn't always been the best, but I'm working on that, okay? And that's where my growth is happening. Every single day, I'm seeing a different me emerge, right? I'm dying to my old version. I'm creating a new version of me. And that's what everybody really needs to be doing. And the impact of a negative attitude, really on the flip side, a negative attitude can be a very, very heavy burden. It's like carrying around a backpack filled with self-doubt, resentment, fear. A negative attitude can actually breed stress as well. It can hinder growth. It can limit your potential. It's really the anchor that holds you back from becoming the best version of yourself. So again, chime in on yourself. Where do you need to change your attitude? Where do you need to cultivate the right attitude? In what situations, in what scenarios, with what people, right? Because changing your attitude is not an overnight miracle, all right? I'd love to say that it is, but it isn't. It's a work in progress, but it's entirely within your control. There's no right way to do anything, but there's also a good way of doing something. It can be a very valid way of you to understand that there's always a better way. And with the right attitude, you'll find that better way, all right? Attitude actually determines a lot. There's a quote that says, attitude determines altitude. Basically, attitude determines where you're going to go in life, your attitude, right? Attitude really is everything. And that's why we call it the magic word, because it really is the magic word. It's everything. Attitude is everything about your life, about your business, about where it is that you want to go, about your health, about your relationships. What does yours say about you? That's the question that I want you to ask yourself, because to quote my mentor, Bob Proctor, he said, our attitude is the environment we carry with us during the day. It proclaims to the world what we think of ourselves, and it indicates the sort of person we have made up our minds to be. It is the person we will become through our attitude. So how's your attitude today? How was your attitude today? Did something go wrong? Something happen at work? Did you lose it? Or were you calm? Did you react or did you respond? It's very quick for us to react to things, right? But how many of us can actually respond to something rather than reacting? So crown your attitude with confidence is what I was going to say. And I hope that's helped. Watch, if you've just joined me, I can see people joining halfway, then I would go back and watch this again from the beginning so that you've not missed some golden nuggets. But crown your attitude with confidence, yeah? and look at your attitude. Look at what it is that you need to change. What is it that you need to tweak? And if you want to have a deep dive in this, then as always, I'll put a link in the comments where I'm gifting you a free 45-minute session with me, where you will walk away with a blueprint of how you can actually achieve the goals that you have set yourself in your life, whether it's in your personal life, in your professional life, or in your business. There's a formula that I have been using, which is 75 years of scientific proof and research that has helped my clients shift and elevate and create amazing, massive results. And I will be sharing these success stories very, very soon with people that have achieved some amazing results through the process and the mentorship that I actually put you in, if that's something that you're interested in. But through this 45-minute call, you're basically going to walk away with something that you can shift straight away. Okay, whatever it is, you'll identify what your goal is, you'll identify what's blocking you, you'll identify why there's certain things that you keep repeating in your life, and you'll walk away with a blueprint that you can action there and then and start seeing immediate shifts in yourself, in your confidence, and in the goal that you want to achieve. So thank you so much for watching. This is Alpa Pandya, and I'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Have yourselves a great evening.